Hi, welcome back to another Derek Does. Today, we're going to do this. Hi, welcome back to another Derek Does. I'm Derek, and today we're going to do something kind of cool. I picked this up recently at a thrift store. Couldn't believe I found one. I've had a few of these over the years. I never really kept them. I would keep this one for myself, but unfortunately it's a small, and I'm going to need like a medium. But if you're new to the channel, before we look at it, please subscribe, because I know there's going to be some really cool stuff on here that you're going to probably like. So, but we're doing this today. This is a 1969 dated Vietnam combat coat tropical. So if you've seen my videos on like the M65 or any of the other M jackets, you know, the M41, the M43, M50, the M51, and the list goes on. For Vietnam, they needed a tropical jacket, a combat coat. And that's kind of like what a field jacket is, a coat, field coat. But it's a combat coat. But it's really kind of like a shirt. But what this is what the Army came up with. This is the second generation. There are at least two that I'm know of. These were invented. These came out, and I got a hair stuck on my hat. These came out in the mid 60s. And this one's from 1969, and they had them up probably till like the mid 70s, and then they replaced them with something else. These are really familiar. If you've ever seen a Vietnam movie, a Vietnam War movie, or any sort of pictures of any of those guys from that time period, most likely they were wearing this coat, this jacket. This is a ripstop material, and I'll show you what that looks like so you can see what a ripstop, you probably heard the term. It's made, actually, the material itself is woven so that if you get into like a thorn or something that will try to tear your jacket just won't rip in half. It actually has little stop threads in there that will stop a rip from happening. And this is in the 107. Let me get the official. The Army, olive green Army shade 107. This is the color it was. This is the color of the Vietnam War for the uniforms. And again, this is the second generation. The first generation had epaulets here up the top, kind of like an M65 or any other jacket. And I don't believe it had covered buttons. I think the buttons were exposed. But let me show you. Now, this is a small. This is a small regular. And it fits me everywhere but the sleeves. So, and maybe they all came that way. That's why the guys always had the sleeves rolled up. Maybe not because it was hot, it's because the sleeves are just too short. But I'll put it on, I'll show you what it looks like. And this is the classic. This one's really nice, and I'll show you in the close-ups. It's obviously been washed and worn, but there is no holes, there's like no damage to it. It is missing one button on the front here, but I thought you could even take off. You get two buttons here on the cuffs. You could take off one of those buttons. It's the same button, and you can put it on the top there and it'd be okay. But this is the, again, I'll show you all the close-ups and everything. So let's, without further ado, here, I'll put it on. I'll do some spins and that sort of thing. You can see how it looks. And then I'll put it on the hanger, and then we do some close-ups of kind of the features of the jacket, the coat, shirt really, and you can kind of see, if you ever find one of these, you'll know exactly what it is, or if you're looking for one, you can tell if it's a real one or if it's a reproduction, because these things are reproduced. I know Buzz Rickson does one, and I think it's like $500 if you want to get one of these. And really it's kind of a shirt. It's like, it's not really a jacket, you know. It's like, it seems pretty high for it, but that's what they're charging. But let me put this on and I'll show you what it looks like. So here's the jacket. As you can see, the sleeves are considerably too short for me, but you know, I'll roll them up to give that Vietnam era look of the soldier who always had them kind of rolled up. Again, I don't know if they're all just really short. I know I have long arms, but it's kind of ridiculous. But it is small, but it does kind of fit me, you know. Actually, a guy like me probably could wear this fine. It just has really short arms. So here we go. You have the pockets. It's all up. All right, here it is in all its glory. It really has a classic look to it. This is the only jacket I'm aware of that has two slant pockets like this, kind of like a Trial Master and a so it's easy to get stuff out of the top pockets. The bottom pockets are just regular pockets, but they do have the where it's a little wider here than it is here as it goes down. These are classic. It's like any other field jacket where it has these big pockets. You can see that's actually, so you can put a lot of stuff in there, and it's even bellowed here for even more material. But here you can see it even has a little drainage hole there just in case you get a little water in there. Keep in mind this was made for the jungle. So it was made to get wet, hot, sweaty, but you also want to protect yourself from the sun and the bugs and everything else, and also blend in with the greenery. But this is the jacket. As you can see, no epaulets on it. The first generation did, so if you see that, that's probably a rarer one. You do have, actually have a button up there you could even take. It's missing one button right here, I noticed. It's just gone. It does have a wind flap over it on each of the buttons, so it does help keep, you know, if it is raining and windy, it might keep you a little drier that way. And then the bottom pockets are the same as the top. They have two buttons, and they also, and these are actually bellowed all the way around. And this one is the same with drainage holes there. Now this one there's just bellowed on the inside of the jacket. The outside's actually flush. You come down, you have your typical cuff with two adjusters with your flap there, so you can adjust. Now here you can see, I was talking about ripstop. You see those lines? That's part of the ripstop material. This is an all cotton material, but these actually has like a extra thread in there. So if it does start to rip, it will keep it from ripping more. It'll just make a small hole instead of a huge hole. So you do have that. Has a kind of a collar like a shirt. You can even take it all the way up if you want. And on the back, it's nothing amazing. It's just kind of like a shirt. There's not even any pull tabs to pull it in like a normal jacket. Because again, it's like a shirt. I mean, it's very thin. But this is considered a coat because it's a coat for tropical weather as you're in combat. Now here's the size tag up there. See, it's a small regular. It gives you the information you want, particularly how you should wear it. Now it says chest of 37, and I have like a 42-inch chest, so this fits me. These are made oversized, so the small actually does fit me. It's just these sleeves are way too short. But if we come inside, just undo that one. There's only two. I have it. You can have three. You know, there's nothing. There's no lining. There's nothing. It's just like a shirt. But here we come down to the actual talking points of the jacket. And you see it's a Coatman's cotton, wind-resistant ripstop poplin, olive green, Army Shade 107, and right there it says 1969 is when it was made. And this is from the Etowah Industries made this, and have instructions. So you can see it really hasn't been worn that much or used that much because this label is still sewn on and you can still read it. So this jacket or coat really hasn't been abused, which is really great. If you're looking for just something you can wear every day that still has some nice wear to it, this would be what you'd want, because it doesn't look brand new, but it also doesn't look like you found it, you know, wherever you don't want to find it. But this is it. This is a kind of a cool jacket. I thought I'd show you guys. If you ever come across one of these, always pick them up, particularly if they're Vietnam era. There's always somebody looking for one. And if you can find one in your size, then things are fantastic. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Derek Does on the vintage Vietnam era, 1969 at least. These were made like 68, 69, 70, probably up to 72, maybe to 75, I don't know. Combat coat, or the coat combat tropical, made for the jungle. Here it is. So if you find one, find it. If you want this one, I actually do have it up on eBay right now. I've been doing stuff. I used to do stuff on my Derek Does, but it just didn't. Nobody really came to it. I sold a few things through there, but I just threw it up on eBay. That way, all my international viewers can bid on it, because eBay has a international thing where you can bid and they'll ship it to you directly, because I won't be able to ship it to your country. But if you go through eBay, you can, because I've shipped out a few of my items that way, and I know it's guys that were, obviously they couldn't go to my old site to buy it, but they could through eBay. So this one's on. Again, it's a small, so unfortunately, it's a pretty small group of people that can wear the small. Most people would want either the medium large or extra large, really. They command way more prices, so you can get this one pretty good on eBay. Anyway, enough of that. I'll see you on the next Derek Does. Thanks for watching.